Redshirting kindergartners is firing up people on both sides of the issue. Last night, we learned athletics is often a reason to hold a child back. In a follow-up to her special report, RTV6 anchor Jenna Coy looks to see if redshirting actually pays off. Jenna.
Well, Todd, many parents we spoke with say they redshirted their kindergartner to give him more opportunities in the future. Opportunities in college include scholarships and those highly competitive athletic scholarships. So whom better to ask if redshirting helps or hurts than college coaches?
You get a better start, in my opinion.
Purdue head basketball coach Matt Painter knows what he's looking for in a young player. He says when he's recruiting, age makes a difference.
Yeah, I think you take it into consideration, just like you take it into consideration if someone's a year younger.
Young athletes and their parents wonder then if coaches consider redshirting as a kindergartner an unfair advantage.
I don't think you hold it against them. You weigh it, though. You are a year older. You are physically more mature.
Former Indiana head coach Dan Dakich is now a sports radio host. I asked him if he considered an older recruit's age a competitive advantage.
Yeah, I guess in theory you would think that, but when you're watching a kid play and you're recruiting him, you are looking at how he does against the competition, but you're looking at more than that. You're looking at and you're projecting how he would do in the Big Ten, for example.
Both basketball men agree age matters more when the recruit is younger.
A lot of times when you deal with someone who's a year younger, you get more excited. You feel they have more upside, they have more time to grow into more of a complete player.
Child may surprise you and say, don't want to do that.
IUPUI early childhood education professor Dr. Jacqueline Blackwell cautions against redshirting a young child, saying it could put too much pressure on the child down the road.
One parent said to me, if my child can spend one additional year in preschool, he enters kindergarten as a leader rather than a follower. And she said, fast forward to college, what does this mean? I said, he's only 4.
Both Painter and Dakich have personal experience being an older recruit. They each redshirted before college, Dakich while in high school. He says it was his father's idea to sit out a year, and his father was a high school principal.
How much was athletics the reason
100%.
that you're...
100% athletics was the reason.
Even though your parents were, educators?
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Painter started kindergarten late and then grew 2 inches his senior year in high school.
In college, if they wouldn't have done that, then I would have actually grown 2 inches my freshman year in college. And so it just kind of shows you, and I wouldn't have got, the scholarship offer to Purdue, and I probably wouldn't be sitting here. So I'm glad it happened, and I'm glad it happened for me.
Painter and Dakich each point to one big advantage of redshirting.
No doubt about it. You're more confident. You feel better about yourself. You're a year wiser. I think that helps everybody.
I don't know how anybody would say it's a bad decision. Like, for me, it's by far the best decision I ever made, or my father ever made for me.
Sometimes when you have a bad start as a young kid, just like being in a program or playing basketball or playing football, whatever you're doing, sometimes when you have a bad start, you lack self-confidence.
And to further show how both Painter and Dakich believe in redshirting, both started their own children in kindergarten late. Dakich did it with his son Andrew, and Painter told me he did it with his 2 youngest children.
I wonder if more and more we'll see more girls being redshirted along with the boys.
We'll have to see as women's sports grow and grow. We have the fever that might inspire people to start late in basketball.
Yeah, all right.